So as you can see, we've been on a bit of a spending spree recently with some of these anime figures. Unfortunately, we cannot open them all in one video, so today I feel that we are going to open the Rem Red Hood SSS figure. Hey everyone, thanks for coming back for another figure opening video. Today we're going to be looking at the SSS Figure Rem Red Hood figure. Just looking at the pictures on the side of this box, this figure looks absolutely outstanding. So I'm really excited today to open it up and have a look inside. As you can see from the box, the art looks absolutely wonderful here. I'm not too sure what we're going by SSS. Maybe they mean extremely high quality, which makes it even more exciting to open this figure up. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? Well, that's a bit worrying. Lots of information on the back. Again, it's an official Kadokawa product, which is lovely. Red hood, lots of little pictures on the side. And then just the name at the top and the bottom again. So nothing special about the box other than it is beautiful. But let's not waste time and let's get straight to opening up our figure. No knife again today, so we're going to go with something a little bit different. We will open with a toothpick. Nice and sharp, very pointy, easy to break the tape. You've all seen this many times before. Just 3 simple pieces of tape on the sides just to keep the figure box closed. I think this is the top. Yeah, this is the top. Good. So, digging in, again, an excessive amount of cardboard. This seems to be the case with most of these figures. Well, this feels like such a big waste of space. Okay, interesting. Just so people know, the reason why some companies repackage the figures like this is because when you're at the game center, you want it weighted on one side. If it's weighted on both sides equally, it's easier to move. And being a, well, SSS figure, still don't know what that means, they want to get as much money as they can from, well, anyone that's trying to win these figures. So let's take out our figure from our bubble wrap. Ooh, interesting. Anything else in here? Hello? Nope, just lots of cardboard. Oh, okay, well, that's kind of disappointing, but oh well. Okay, so this month our Rem figure isn't really neatly packaged in her separate plastic sections. She just seems to be piled together in a load of bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is great fun, and it is a very good protective piece of plastic, but it still feels wrong. It's not right. Okay, first time to have a look. Oh, lovely. Oh my goodness. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh wow, very pretty, and there's a lot of detail here. Ooh. Okay, I'm excited to go into detail looking at this with you all in a second. And again, of course, we have to get out our base. So as you can see, it says SSS Figure Rem at the bottom, and this is stunning. Most figure bases don't have this much detail on them. Most of them are just plain black or plain white. And to see this much detail is really interesting. Underneath, just I don't know if you can see that. TNK Re-Zero. Re-Zero? What the fuck is Re-Zero? Re-Zero. Huh. Made in China. 80 word, whatever. And again, we got 2 small holes of differing sizes, just so we can put the feet into each respective hole. Okay, base. And then, of course, the figure herself. Again, as I said, this looks beautiful. We're going to look at this in a second. Let's just place the 2 pieces together to get a final figure. Very simple. Well, again, as I said earlier, this is stunning. Let's start off by taking a much closer and much more needed look at the head. And as you can see straight away, there is an absolute ton of detail, even at parts of the figure that you cannot see. Hidden in here is her head ribbon, as well as one of the ribbons on the side of her head. And it's really interesting that they've made all this detail all the way to the back, because on the back of her head she has this wonderful frilly hood. Wow, it's very, very pretty. I'm very impressed. The hair is a bit of a lighter bluey purple, which is slightly different to all of the other Rem figures we've opened recently. One of them was clear, but all the other Rem have very dark blue hair that I own. So this was a bit different, but it's nice. Something else really, really nice is that the hair itself is layered. As you can see here, different parts of hair come in different layers. Very, very wonderful attention to detail here. Again, wonderful eyes. Her eyebrow, you could see very, very little of it there, but you can see underneath here you've got her other eye, which is lovely and detailed, which is really, really impressive. So as you can see, her nose sticks out a little bit, but her mouth actually has a bit more detail. Usually the mouth is a small line painted on, but this is actually an indent. And there's a little bit of detail added inside just to make her mouth look a little more realistic. So from the head to the hood, we should also have a quick look at this. It feels very plasticky, very shiny. I don't know what I'm expecting from a plastic acrylic figure. But there's a bow here on her hood, which adds a nice cute charm to Rem. Not that she needs it. Yeah, and this goes all the way up around the back here and up the front. Okay, next let's have a look at her dress. She is wearing a corset along with a white top and a red skirt underneath. This gives a lovely layered effect, and it makes the figure feel much more 3D than it actually is, even though the figure itself is 3D. The corset as well adds a little extra to her bust, so her bust stands out much more. And something very interesting here is that her bust, this part of the dress here, actually goes in. There's actually a lot of space in between here and even down the sides, which tells me that the dress was put on top of the naked figure, which is pretty interesting. I don't think that most companies would go out of their way to make a full naked figure, but it looks like they've actually added an extreme amount of detail to this. But on the corset, you've got a little bow here. This looks lovely. It's not tied at the back as I was expecting. So on the corset here, you've got a little bow and... oh no! Oh, damn it! 1 second. So learning this hard way, this little bow piece here fell off. I'm not too sure why, but there is also a hole of a very unique shape here, like a Tetris L block. So the piece here can fit, well, nicely back in, hopefully. Okay, I think that's in okay now. I'm not going to touch it because it's more than likely going to fall off again during this video, so we'll just leave it there. So moving on to the dress bit here itself, it even has pockets here which look very, very detailed. They look like they could possibly open if you get the right angle on her figure. It's really, really impressive. I can't open it? No, can't open it. Okay. But there's some lovely little ruffles along the side, and again, as I mentioned, there's two layers. You have the white layer and the red layer of the dress underneath, and thankfully it doesn't feel super plasticky like some of the other Rem figures we've taken a look at before, but overall, very, very impressed with this dress. It looks very, very pretty. Keeping in line with all of the bows that Rem seems to wear, there's a lovely little zigzaggy pattern here on the back here, and there's also a nice little bow at the back. Beautiful. Something I absolutely adore with this is the position of her arms. It looks like she's skipping through the forest merrily to meet her grandmother. It looks wonderful. And there's also a little lace cuff on each hand. Again, with a nice little bit of detail to it. Yeah, wow, triple S figure, they weren't kidding. It looks lovely. Each of the fingers on the hand is nicely lengthed. No nails. Actually, that's kind of creepy when you get really close up. And then on this hand, she's just closed fist. Okay, so moving on. Okay. Oh wow, okay. This is not good. This should really be staying in here. Oh, that's very disappointing. Hold on. Okay. That's the second time it's fallen out. Let's hope it doesn't fall out again. Okay, moving down a little bit more, we have her legs. One leg is held up as if, again, she is skipping. She's wearing her socks. Her socks as well have a few different colours here. They go from white on the outside to a light blue turquoise on the inside. This adds an extra layer of detail to her feet. And her shoes are a beautiful, beautiful shiny red colour. Yeah, very, very impressed here. And I'll show you on this foot that they've even put a little red strap with a golden buckle to hold it together. Wow, that's really, really high attention to detail there, I think. But again, it's wonderful. Most of these figures, when they are wearing high heels, they just put a solid block underneath, but this is actually a clear block. I don't know if you can see here. But again, it looks lovely. Usually it's this part of the shoe and this back heel that go into the bottom, but it feels like they've just done the front of the shoe and the middle. But it's very pretty, very, very nice. Okay, so that's the figure overall. One of my newest subscribers said that they would subscribe if in the next video I gave a view of her pants. So this is just a heads up. If you are not wanting to look at her pants, please skip forward. I don't really know what to say here. This is not something I focus on when I buy these figures. I'm more focusing on what the figure itself looks like and also the attention to detail on the clothes. But yeah, pants. Okay, so let's get a few more detailed looks at this figure. Take a look. Okay, so now it's time for us to find a place for you on the shelf. Let's go for a walk. Okay, finding somewhere for you to go shouldn't be too difficult because I made a little bit of preparation earlier. So in a previous video, we won this Rem figure up here. So we're just going to place her right next to her. Very simple. So there you have it. That is the SSS Rem Red Hood figure. This figure looks absolutely wonderful. And it wasn't the easiest figure to win at the game center, but I feel we were very lucky. She cost us about 1,300 yen in total, but the box is really big, so it's very difficult to win that in a lot of these machines. But if you're interested in Rem and you're interested in figures in general, she's definitely a wonderful addition to any collection. So there you have it, that is this week's figure. So thank you for tuning into today's video. If you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe, please give us a like. I'm hoping to bring out a lot more figure videos soon. As you saw at the beginning, we have a lot of figures to open up, and I keep winning more. So we are going to have a non-stop supply of figures. Again, if there are any figures that you want me to buy, win, or open in Japan, please feel free to leave a comment below and I will try my best to get my hands on it. Okay, so thanks for tuning in again, and see you again in another figure opening video soon. Okay, goodbye!